The Night Drive. The clock struck midnight as I sat behind the wheel, gripping it tightly with sweaty palms. It was a moonless night, with darkness swallowing the world outside. I was on a desolate road, miles away from civilization, and the only source of light was the feeble glow of my car's headlights cutting through the abyss. The silence was suffocating, broken only by the sound of the engine purring beneath the hood. I was returning home after a long, exhausting day. The monotony of the highway was hypnotic, and fatigue began to creep into my bones. The hum of the tires against the asphalt merged with the drone of the engine, lulling me into a drowsy stupor. My eyes struggled to stay open, but I knew I couldn't afford to fall asleep. I rolled down the windows, letting the chilly night air slap my face, hoping it would keep me awake. As the road stretched on endlessly, a strange unease settled in the pit of my stomach. Shadows danced on the periphery of my vision, casting eerie shapes that seemed to lurk in the darkness. My heart pounded, and I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched, even though there was no one else around. Paranoia consumed me, amplifying every creak and whisper. That's when I saw it. A figure standing at the side of the road, partially concealed by the inky blackness. My foot instinctively eased off the gas pedal, and my heart skipped a beat. Was it a hitchhiker? A lost soul seeking assistance? My mind raced with possibilities, but caution compelled me to ignore the impulse to stop. Something about that figure felt wrong, out of place in this desolate landscape. I pressed on, my gaze locked straight ahead, but the sight of that mysterious silhouette haunted my thoughts. Minutes turned into hours, and I thought I had left the strange encounter behind. Yet just as I began to relax, the car's headlights illuminated another chilling sight. A dilapidated house emerged from the gloom, standing ominously at the side of the road. Its windows were shattered, and the paint on its weathered walls peeled like ancient skin. It was a place long forgotten by time, yet it exuded a magnetic pull that drew me closer against my will. My hands tightened around the steering wheel, and my foot involuntarily pressed harder on the accelerator. I wanted to look away, to escape the sinister grip that the house seemed to have on me. But my eyes were transfixed, and the car veered off the road, hurtling toward the crumbling structure. Panic surged through my veins as I fought for control, yanking the wheel with all my might. The tires screeched, but it was too late. The car crashed into the side of the house, the impact sending shards of glass and wood splintering through the air. I sat there, dazed and disoriented, as the dust settled around me. My body trembled with fear and pain, but I managed to pry myself from the wreckage. Stepping out into the night, I found myself surrounded by an eerie silence. The air was thick with an otherworldly energy, suffocating and oppressive. As I made my way through the wreckage toward the house, a sense of foreboding enveloped me. Each step echoed in the empty hallway, the sound resonating like an ominous warning. The rooms were filled with decay, their walls adorned with faded photographs and shattered remnants of a forgotten past. In the darkest corner of the house, I found a door. Its wood was weathered and rotten, but it beckoned me with an irresistible pull. My hand reached out, trembling, and turned the doorknob. With a creak, the door swung open, revealing a staircase that descended into a pitch-black abyss. Fear clawed at my chest, but curiosity overpowered my instincts. Step by step, I descended into the depths, the darkness swallowing me whole. The air grew colder, and an oppressive weight settled on my shoulders, making it harder to breathe. Whispers danced around me, unintelligible voices that seemed to come from the very depths of hell. And then, I saw it. The figure from the roadside, standing at the end of the staircase. Its features were shrouded in darkness, but its eyes glowed with an unholy light. It emanated a malevolence so palpable that my body froze, paralyzed with terror. The figure extended a skeletal hand, beckoning me forward. Every instinct screamed at me to run, to escape this nightmarish realm, but my legs moved of their own accord. I approached the figure, drawn toward it like a moth to a flame. And as I reached out to touch its hand, my consciousness faded into oblivion, swallowed by the darkness that had enveloped my world.